Hi, I am making this video to let you all know that A Deer in the Headlights of a Car Made of Flowers Part 4 is now finished and up on my website, CIDIERA.com. And I would like to read you another excerpt from chapter 10, the final chapter of that part. May awoke sitting again next to Kikali as if she had never left. Her grandmother looked over to her and smiled. There you are. You left us for a moment. Thinking about Eddie? Kikali looked into her eyes. May's expression lost and glazed over. Yes, you were, weren't you? I can tell. The look on your face reminds me of my own. Love. It is the purest, most beautiful form of human expression. When it is exploited and stripped down to its basest form for the purpose of profit at the expense of humanity, it leaves you feeling numb and empty inside. It is the reason we breathe. The universe exists to experience itself, and love is the driving force of everything. It is sacred, and when you strip people of their humanity, exploit or control their love and expression of it, treat their families the same as you would a set of dining furniture, passing them down in wills, it is easy for a person to feel as if they have been drained of that which makes them human. That is why, when you do have those infinite moments of exquisite love and precious shared joy, you must always hold on to them. Bathe in them, breathe in them, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem at the time. They will fill you when you are alone and hungry. They are the reason you exist at all. Those moments that live forever in time are your gifts to the universe, a thank you for life. I was not able to hold my boy for more than a few months before they stole him from my arms and sold him away. I shattered. I barely ate, slept. I became empty, my body, my heart. My emotions hardened because I could not bear the pain of wondering if they were feeding him or holding him and making him feel safe. Was he cold? Was he scared? Was he bathed? Was he loved? Was he in pain? I didn't care to live. I worked and slept and functioned enough to avoid a beating most days, but even when they did, I had so much pain in my soul, I barely felt it when compared. When the first snow fell, I almost drifted away entirely. It was a cold few months in every way the word can be defined. But by the time the scent of the earth thawed and filled the air again, the basket that held my grief had grown just enough to allow space to be able to appreciate the small moments again. I don't know if you can say that I had begun to heal, but you could say it was as if the bleeding had stopped. I remember the first time I noticed. It was dawn, and we were already in the fields, because if we weren't, it'd be our hide. The sun was rising up, and the night sky had just begun to give way to the yellow, green, and pinks. I was turning the soil and stopped, losing my attention to the way a wispy cloud reflected the colors back at the sun. Everyone else was singing, and for the first time, as I was lost in the beauty, without even realizing it, I caught myself singing along. After that, I let the little things in, moment by moment. I never stopped wanting to be with Anewuga up to that until that day we had both made our way back to the spirit world. But slowly, I learned how to live with it as a part of me, like an elder learns to live with pain in their knees. 'Tis always there and never not pain, but that doesn't mean I don't have a life that needs living. Not long after the moments of joy began to return, Kihani arrived at Westover. Up until that point, the only version of love I had known was the familial type from my childhood, and a Gudzeawo in what is now called Ghana. The love of my sisters at Westover, Sena and Mawena, and the instant and unconditional love of Anewuga, my son. When Kihani arrived, I knew instantly that I wanted to sit with him. After I passed over in the mountains in the west to the west of Bird's plantation, I came to find that it didn't matter where in the world destiny would have taken me. In every life, I eventually find myself sitting next to Kiani. If the slaver had never stolen me from the waters of the lagoon I had been playing in that day and brought me here, Kiani would have come to me in a Kutseawo in a different way. Our spirits have always been entangled and waiting for one another. Just then a shadow crept over the foot of the doorway and blocked the sunlight that shone in on the floor of the well. May looked up and saw the silhouette of a man walking towards the entrance, the light of the sun radiating outward in rays from behind him. May, I would like you to meet someone. Please stand with me. They stood from the floor of the well, and Kekeli reached her hand out with a smile. May clasped it, nervous with anticipation, and allowed her mamaka to lead her out to the dock. When she exited the dark tunnel, May was looking up at a tall, dark brown man with a thick black beard sparkling with oils in the sunlight. His hair was braided in rows tight to his scalp and adorned with wooden beads. Across his chest and around his waist was wrapped a royal blue cloth that was edged in ornate golden-colored designs. Kekeli smiled and took his hand, giving it a small squeeze when she did, then looked back at May. The man looked down at Kekeli with love in his eyes and a gentle joy dancing across his face. May, this is your great-grandfather, Kiani. His name means first king. May hesitated for a moment, not knowing what to do or how to greet him, so she closed her eyes and bowed. Kiani let out a deep, bellowing laugh, placed his fingertips under her chin, and said gently, "Chin up." May looked into his smiling face and stood upright, embarrassed and blushing. He then opened his arms wide and wrapped her in his embrace. May, I have been watching your life since you were born. I know you are only first meeting me now, but I have been with you the entire time. And thanks for listening. I do apologize if I mispronounced some village names there and anything else. But yeah. Otherwise, yeah, please give it a read. It's at my website, cidiera.com. And just click on the books button on the homepage, and it'll take you right there. Have a wonderful day.